Hey, what's up guys, Control here, bringing you Cartoon Warrior, another deck that's been heavily requested. Today, I feel like we're probably going to go maybe like 1-4, 1-5 with this deck, but the one win's going to be pretty good, and I'm perfectly happy losing a couple of games to bring back this OG deck. I decided to kind of go with a shell where I play only the Cthulhu minions that I think are the best. The only really good Cthulhu minion is kind of like Cthulhu's Chosen, Shield Bearer, Veclord, than Cthulhu himself. But you gotta have the filler ones to make Cthulhu strong enough to play, right? So you gotta throw in the Beckoner of Evil. Gotta throw in the Craze Worshipper. Artem, thank you so much for sub. Welcome to Digital Athletes. You're a real one, buddy. Thank you. Hope you're having a good day. But you gotta throw this in the classic Control Warrior shell with like the Shield Slams, Executes, Revenge, Warpath. You could argue Revenge really isn't needed, but I figure this deck is going to die pretty fast, so Revenge is pretty good in a deck that's usually going to have less than 12 health, if you ask me, because 2 mana deal, 3 AoE. Pretty strong. Then I chose to actually go double Super Collider over double Blood Razor for my 3 weapon slots, because I think against a lot of decks, like Big Priest specifically, which is really popular right now, Super Collider is really good. Because Big Priest players in general are very stupid and have low IQs, which means they will generally play 2 big minions a turn against you, even if you have Super Collider up, without recognizing that, hey, the Warrior can just use the Super Collider to attack one and clear both for free. But in general, they're pretty stupid, so they'll usually let you do that, which means that I generally want to play double Super Collider, because if there's something that I hate in Hearthstone, it's losing to morons who play Big Priest. So we're going to try and avoid that altogether by playing double Super Collider here. Really cool weapon, big fan of it. Some people say it's OP. I think it's a pretty strong, balanced, fun card. Rest of the deck is fairly simple. Doomcaller is definitely over the top. You don't really need this because you almost always win when you play Cthulhu or lose if Cthulhu doesn't win you the game. But got it there for fun. Maybe we get a go double Cthulhu or Brand Sticks and we shuffle it in the deck again. Or you know, get the classic gain 20 armor for 10 mana Brand Ancient Shield Bearer. It's a classic combo that made this deck pretty good. It's what would solidify you in your aggro matchups and let you get the W. But overall, pretty standard deck. Just want to have a standard deck in Wild. I always say that it's a pretty standard deck. It's not. It's a very wild deck. Let's put it that way. Look at this. It's a wild deck. Convert to standard. Look at that. There is like 10 standard cards. 13, 10, same shit. You know what I'm saying though. It's more than half wild. So this is a wild deck. Anyways, let's go lose 6 games to win 1. Because the thing with Amazon Prime is like they lose money on that. So like. They don't have like an auto renew option for it. They make you redo it every day or every week. Hey, a priest! It's probably a big priest. Look at that. Game 1 with Cthulhu Warrior into a big priest. So Shield Slam is fine because we'll usually have armor on turn 6 to execute whatever he gets. To Shield Slam whatever he gets off of the Shadow Essence. But the biggest card for us is Super Collider. Again, for the same reason we were talking about the intro. These guys are usually morons. Yes! Got the weapon, baby. Auto Sculpt a Big Priest. It's super necessary to do that because usually they like to emote a lot when they get Bards. And that usually annoys me a little bit. Yeah. Usually annoys me a little bit. Twin Emperor? Yes, sir. Have Twin Emperor in the deck. You are right. But yeah, we do have that. Just the card's a really good draw. It's just the card that I need. Yeah, Curator's another 4/6 taunt, you're right. I wouldn't draw anything in this deck though, right? I don't think it would at least. Definitely not enough to make it worthwhile to run. You get like... I don't even remember what you get with Curator. I think it's like a Murloc. Not a mech, I don't even remember to be honest. Now, we equip the Super Collider. You equip this here. Okay, then we pass. We already have enough armor to Shield Slam a minion from Shadow Essence, which is good. Oh, thank you for putting more cards in my deck. I definitely love to have my Fatigue win condition against the good old Big Priest deck. This is good. Beast Dragon Murloc, thank you. Is Collider good against Big Priest? No. Collider is very good against Big Priest. It's not kind of good, it's extremely good. I could even think about just tempoing the Shield Bearer here. I do have 2 AoE to trade, so I would be able to save a hard if I do that.
Disqualified.
I'm only doing this to save myself a hard removal. Because if he coins an 8-drop like Lich King here, then I can just go like Warpath, Ravaging Ghoul trade. Or like, you know, swing my face in, do that kind of stuff. That's kind of unlucky. Okay. Sort of sucks. It's okay though. Armor up, play the Chosen, slam the shield. Okay, so now his pool is Ragnaros and Barnes. Why be Odd Warrior when you could just run Justicar? Yes, sir, you can just draw Justicar and curve every game if you good. It's true. Eternal Servitude into Ragnaros. Cool. Ow.
I obey.
So this is interesting because we're definitely going to clear that. It's just a matter of how we're going to do it. I might just hold these all game long and use Warpath here. I do really want to win in Fatigue. I think that's actually quite a big deal for us. I'm really hoping he just plays an Obsidian statue next turn because it's not a card that I ever have to deal with. Because Tank Up effectively just negates the damage that he gets from it. And then whatever he summons after, I just get a Super Collide with the Obsidian statue, take 4 damage, clear whatever big card he gets. So it's actually quite good for us if that happens. If you build an even deck and add Justicar, you'll have 4 armor for 1 mana. No, sir, that's not how that interaction works. Yeah, unfortunately, it does not work like that. I'm going to shield block just to get towards some of my cards that say buff my Cthulhu and Cthulhu. Could also argue that I should have just played the Doomcaller. I'm going to be a little bit greedy with it because I feel like this is going to be a fairly long game. But no, it only replaces your starting hero power.
Tonight, a tale of true terror.
Okay, so you can just shield slam. I think that's all we want to do, really. Is slam, worship, or hero power. Okay, so a lot of our hards have been used. Shield Slam's one of the most versatile cards that I have for this matchup, and I've used both of them already, which kind of sucks. But the thing is, usually later on, Spell Slam becomes a very relevant card for them, and then use Brawl anyways, so it's fine. One threat's not usually a big deal. Like here, this is kind of a big deal, but we just go ding ding ding, and 3-4 lives, we're happy. It's pretty simple. Ding ding ding. I would argue that's not a very good use of Spell Slam because it's not fully upgraded, but you know, teach their own really. I'm just gonna play the Ghoul just to get it out there. And it's kind of funny, we actually haven't used the Super Collider yet. Just hasn't gotten to the point in the game where that's actually useful yet. It's a lot of Barnes dead now, so it's a lot of bad cards in his draw pool. His hero power kind of negates ours, but not really, because he has to hero power play a card than hero power, and most of his cards are expensive, so I'm not too worried about that. Again, this is one of those games that should favor us in the long run. It's just a matter of drawing cards like our second Brawl. So we do have double execute, which is really good. Looks like to be an oops. Yeah, I just missed 1 damage on that, no big deal. Okay, so now our Veclors are active, which is really nice. Hey, Mac Daddy, hey, damn man. What's good? Does my weapon do? Forces a minion to attack its neighbor. Death Grip is a pretty big deal, and one of the reasons why I might just want to do something like this turn. I can't execute that, but I think that I might just want to clear that. Just because Death Grip's such a big deal. Unfortunate amount of value we're getting from the Super Collider this far this game. But it's not really an issue because he will have to recommit eventually. Otherwise my hero power will outscale him. Which is good. Rafam is not played in Wild? Nah man, really slow card. For 9 mana and wild, your play has to be really ridiculous. Like, think about it. On turn 10, druids are playing like 40 mana worth of stuff. Your turn 9, play 9 drop. Turn 10, play like a 10 mana spell is not that great, comparatively speaking, at least. Okay, 12/12 Cthulhu's kind of nice. I think I just play Cthulhu the second that I get him, to be honest, because I want to get the Doomcaller shuffling him back in the deck. It's really good because we're even further ahead in Fatigue than you'd think we would be just because of that. Evil.
I obey.
Then I'm not really into using my hard removal until I absolutely need to. I'm also really not into shield blocking until I need to as well. Just because we might not need to this game. Does not know how Anduin works? No, sir, he does not. I mean, he's a big priest player, right? You shouldn't be able to expect him to know how Hearthstone interactions work. Okay. It's good to know he has a statue in hand. Oh, come on, dude, come on. You're fucking kidding me, dude! Like, oh my god. Like, what the fuck, man? You're, like, oh my fucking god, I can't Razor that, I just lose if I do. This is so fucking bullshit, dude. Like, honestly, it's so fucking stupid, dude. And the fact that he has AMS too is just like, oh my fucking god, man. Veclor is a safe play because he shouldn't be able to clear it in most cases. So, you're telling me he literally has fucking AMS, so I can't Blood Razor this, and then his literal 2 other fucking Lich King cards in his hand are fucking Death Coil. The literal only 2 fucking answers to Twin Emperor Veclor. This guy rolled the literal 3 perfect Death Knight cards to bring him back. This guy's so fucking retarded he can't even figure out how to Hero Power twice in 1 turn. And this is this fucker that gets this lucky in a game. And I have to lose to him. Because, I can't kill his fucking 10-2 Yesuraj with my Cthulhu that deals 12 damage to 3 targets. Only hits it once, obviously. Then this guy gets the literal 3 perfect fucking Death Knight cards. This is, like, the only way you win with Big Priest, to be honest. It's literally just, like, fucking luck. Absolutely 0 skill going into the fucking deck, dude. This has to be one of the, like... This game is the perfect example why this video game is complete fucking dog shit and I hate it. This exact fucking game. The worst part is this fucking retard probably thinks he did something right, too. That's what pisses me off, too. He can't even figure out how to Hero Power, dude. Holy shit, I am actually so fucking tilted right now.
This is the most salty I've ever seen you.
Do you know what the percentage and all that shit working out for him was? Like, that was... Oh my fuck. Holy shit, dude. Like...